So guys, we're just continuing putting that color in on your eyelids. Just blending it, making sure it blends nicely. And that color was Portrait Made. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys what the name was. It was Portrait Made. Now we're gonna go in with, so the one that we did was Portrait Made just now. Now we're gonna go in with this one here, which is called Get the Shot. Okay, and I'm using the same brush. I know some of you guys are probably cringing right now, but it's okay, because it's just gonna mix with that color and give it like a really nice shade to start off with, like so. So now that one is done, we're gonna go ahead with Desert Vibes from the same palette. So we're just gonna go in with another fluffy brush, just like so. So we're gonna go in with Desert Vibes. It's more of a burnt orange almost. And we're just gonna pack that on in the crease. Right in the crease, because girl, that's where we need it. And make sure you blend, because blending is like the #1 key. And we're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the other side, ladies. Just like so. Sorry, I'm trying to get as close as I can to my camera, or my phone I should say, sorry. I'm actually using the iPhone 11 to record this video right now, if you guys are wondering. Okay, so now that one is kind of in the crease. We're gonna go ahead and go back with the same other brush that you used. We're gonna dust off any product that is on it. You see that product coming off? Boom. Yeah, so you're gonna dust all that off, and we're just gonna blend that color in to the other one. And you're gonna do the other side as well. Okay. So after that one is done, I don't think we're gonna use any more colors in this palette, because those ones are all more of a lighter one. So we're gonna go in with another palette. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, I already did moisturize and everything before doing the video. So what I have done is I moisturized, I did my eyebrows video. So I already did that. I do not prime because when I do eyeshadow, there's always fallout. So I always like to prime after I'm done my eyeshadow and in my eyes. But we're going to go in with this one here. So it's the Morphe. And then we're going to grab a new brush. So it's all these colors here, as you can see. The color that we're gonna go in with is gonna be this color up here. They're not named, so I wouldn't be able to tell you the name of the color. And just we're gonna blend that in. I'm gonna put it all over the eyelid. We're gonna go ahead and do the same for the other side. Okay, so now that is done, we're gonna go ahead and go in with a darker color, a darker brown. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with this one here. And we're just gonna pack that on top of that lighter one we just applied. I'm not gonna put too much because it is pigmented and we will blend it out after. Just kind of blend it into the crease, guys. And it's good though that you have your other brushes, because we're gonna go back in with that orange brush. There's still pigment on it, so we're not gonna add more product. We're just gonna blend it. There you go, kind of like so. So once we're done with that palette, we're gonna just put it on the side because we're still gonna need it to do underneath our eyes later. But right now, we're just gonna set it aside. And then we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Dusk, Desert Dusk palette. Super cute palette. I really highly suggest it. There's so many beautiful colors in it. As you can see, so much nice colors. So we're gonna go in and use cashmere for the top of your eye here, but we're gonna have to cut that crease first. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with the camo concealer. This one is from e.l.f. It's the satin finish. I used to put it always on the back of my hand, but I didn't like it because if I took a picture after, it just kind of was on my hand. Even though I washed it, it kind of stained. So I'm just gonna put some product on there like so. And you're gonna go ahead and go in with a flat brush. And we're gonna cut that crease. Okay, so now that is cut, we're gonna go in with the cashmere. So I'll show you guys again. So the cashmere is this one here. Ooh, my nails are long. Look at how pretty that is. So I'm just gonna use my finger because every time I use more of a shimmer, I always like to use my finger because it applies better. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this color to the lid, or to that cut crease, sorry. Okay, so I couldn't get it, like, my nails are so long, guys. I couldn't really get more in the inner corner, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush here. And we're just gonna apply it in the corner where my finger couldn't reach. I got super long nails, so yeah, so there we go. So I'm gonna go with another brush here, and we're gonna do more of a darker brown. Well, like more of a burnt brown, actually, let's just say. And I'm just gonna pack that on right here. And I'm just gonna blend it out up to the, almost to the top of where I did that cut crease, just so I can blend it together. Go ahead and do the other side. This one is kind of being a little bit annoying to try and blend out. Always, like, there's always one eye that always gives me trouble, guys. And it just doesn't want to work with me. But it always happens. There's always one eye. Every time I do my makeup look, whether it's my eyebrow, whether it's if it's doing eyeshadow, there's always one eye that is kind of a bee. So I'm just gonna go back in with that cashmere, because I kind of did get brown on it, and I'm just trying to make it look nice and not dark. Okay, so that's done. Now that that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and go back with my brush here. So it's that one we use for more of that orange color. And I'm gonna blend. So I'm not grabbing any more product. It's just the same product that was on it, on the brush. And I'm just blending. Okay, so you're gonna get fallout all over here. So what you want to do is you want to just grab a fluffy brush. This one is from Morphe. It doesn't have a name, but we're just gonna brush it all off. So we're just gonna brush it off. Now we've brushed it off. So we're gonna go ahead and do the eyeliner now. So the eyeliner I use is this one here. So it's the NYX Epic Ink Liner. So I always like to do around here, and then I do the other side. So I do it even on both sides, and then I cut it. I know it looks crazy right now, but don't worry, girl. It's gonna look good. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. I noticed I had like these really ugly things here, so I'm just gonna blend it out. Like really dark spots from like the cashmere and the darker shade mixing. So I'm just gonna try and blend it out as much as I could. If not, that's okay, because it's gonna come together either way. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna rip the tape off. And if it's not clean, that's okay, because we'll go back with a Q-tip. And this is where you come in with your Q-tip and just clean it up. So we're gonna put some Marcel water on your Q-tip. That way it can take off what you don't want there, because we want to give it that nice sharp look. And we can't really do that if it's leaking. Okay, so now that that is done, we're gonna go back in on the, like, the under your eye, but first I'm just gonna put the glue on my eyelashes so it can get tacky while I'm doing that. And the eyelash glue I like to use is this one here. And this one is pretty good. I like it. I actually didn't like it because it was super sticky. But then my girlfriend told me, she was like, just try it. Just keep trying it because it works really good. So I gave it another shot and I ended up falling in love with it. So now this is the one I always use. Okay, so now that the eyelash glue is kind of on the eyelashes and woo, I dropped it. Oh my god. Okay, so now that that is setting, we're gonna go ahead back underneath our eyes with another flat brush, like so. We're gonna go in with that Desert Vibes, which is that orange. Okay, so once that one's done, we're gonna go back in with our other palette with the darker browns that we were using. It was the Morphe palette. So we're gonna go back in with that darker shade and just kind of blend it. Okay, so we gotta put these eyelashes on before they actually dry up. So I'm just gonna put a pause on that for a minute. I always like to set it in the beginning on the corner here, and then I go in with a tweezers. But if you have long nails like I do, you don't really need a tweezers, but I still like to use a tweezers. And there you go. So we're just gonna go ahead doing on the other side. Oh my goodness, my eyelashes always stress me out. Okay. Okay, now that those are on, we're gonna go ahead and let those dry. So I'm just continuing with that darker shade underneath that I was doing earlier before I had to put my eyelashes on. It's so far. I really do. It's like giving you like spring vibes. I like it. Okay. So now we will go in with our primer. So I use the Poreless Putty Primer by e.l.f. Woo. By e.l.f. So we're just gonna apply that. On your face. So now that that is applied, we're gonna go in, after it dries, we're gonna go in with our Maybelline Fit Me foundation. And we're gonna use our little booty blender. And if it feels like it's not like damp enough, just hit it with some setting spray and problem solved. Girl, that's a lot. Don't forget to do your neck because it's key to make sure your neck is the same color. And usually I do my ears, but seeing that I'm not going anywhere today, I'm not really gonna go ahead and do my ears. But usually when I do go somewhere, even if my hair is down, I do like to do my ears, because usually throughout the day my hair annoys me, so then I throw it up in a pony. Oh my god, my little thing keeps falling. My clip. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that on to dry. And then next thing I like to do is I like to contour. So I always contour with the Anastasia contour cream kit. And I always like to use this color here, which is the lightest brown. Or sorry, this color here, which is the lightest brown. And I just go ahead with more of a flat little brush. It's a tiny one because I like to go in on my nose first. I'm not a pro at contouring, but this is just kind of how I contour my face. Okay, so now that I have my nose and my cheekbone done, I like to go in here because as you can see when I smile, I do have like this little thing here and I don't like it. Double chin, I do not like it. So I kind of just go like that. Do one thin line on your jawline. And on the other side. Once that's done, you're going to grab another beauty blender. Like so. And we're just going to blend it out. So with this, guys, I always like to pat. Like that. It may look crazy now, but we're going to work it out. And we're going to make sure that it looks good for you guys. So then for more of your nose, we're going to go in with the tip of it. Just the tip. Alrighty. Okay. So after that, we're gonna go in with the the Fit Me loose finishing powder. Okay, hold up. Get out of there, powder. We're still not done with the eyes, by the way. We're just doing the face, and then once the face is set and done, we're gonna go back and do highlight with like the eyes, add the finishing touches. We're gonna add the finishing touches, so bear with me here. Whoa. Right. It's looking a little crazy. I like to use a lot of powder because, girl, you got to. I do my neck as well. Alrighty, so now that is kind of done, we're just gonna blend. So now that that's done, we're just going to put away that powder. I don't really let it bake for a while, but I put it there for a little while just because I don't need it to bake for like 5 minutes. No one got time for that. So I'm just going to go back in with that brown underneath the eye. And just kind of touch it up. Because with the translucent powder, we did kind of go over it. Which is, it's okay, it happens. So, now that that is done, we're going to go ahead back with our eyeliner that we used. Which is the NYX Epic Ink Liner, and we're just gonna go on top of the glue because no one likes to see the glue on your eyelashes. So do the other side. So now that that's done, I go ahead and do a mascara. Sorry, this one is the Maybelline Snap Scara. And I like it because it's waterproof, and if like you're having a bad day and girl you gotta cry, it's gonna make sure that it stays on for you, because everyone has a bad day and cries. I know I do. So we're just gonna grab more product and go in on the other eye. Okay, good to go. So now that that's done, we're gonna go in with this Anastasia. It's called, oh my god, I don't even know what shade it's called. The freaking sticker is gone. But it's this really pretty color anyways. So we're just gonna go ahead and put it on our lips. Okay. So we're just gonna let that dry. So the palette we're gonna use for highlight is, we're gonna use this palette here. So we're gonna use the cream highlight. We're gonna use that highlight for our brow. So we're gonna go ahead and with a tiny little brush. This one here is from Morphe as well. So once you apply the highlight, just rub it out with your finger, is what I always do. Alright. I feel like I need to put a little bit more love on this side. Yeah. Okay, we're good. We are good. So we're gonna go ahead and grab another brush. So we're gonna grab this fluffy brush for the highlight. We're gonna start on my nose. And just gonna... before I continue, I want to add a little bronzer. So this one here is the Patrick Star MAC collab. So we're gonna go in with this color down here. And we're just gonna kind of make that pop a little bit. Okay, good. So we didn't add much, we just added a little bit. So now we're gonna continue with the same palette. We're gonna go in with the same color, but it's not the cream contour, it's more of the powder. Exact same color, it's just not the cream. Okay. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna grab another fluffy brush, just like so, and we're gonna go in with Ibiza. It's more of the pink tone, same palette, it's just more of the pink one here. So we're just gonna grab some product, kind of dust it off, and then go smile. Is kind of how it is coming together, guys. Let's just go ahead and take out these pins. Look how cute these pins are though. Fashion Nova. You just get them from Fashion Nova. That's where I get them from. Super cute. Super, super, super cute. I'm just gonna use my back comb brush just to kind of straighten out my hair a little bit. Ooh, giving Patricia vibes in the springtime. But yeah, that is kind of how the finished look is gonna be. We're just gonna set your face.